Hi and welcome to my playhouse and to the creepy basement. I have a little bit of a surprise here. I had a viewer send me something, so let's go to the table. Here it is. I do actually know what it is because yeah, we were chatting about this. This is a broken Ryobi battery, a 5 amp one, I guess. This one is a tiny little smaller one. We used this to power the PC not that long ago, just for fun and giggles. But this is Jonas in Danish, but Jonas in English, and I do not know if he has a brother. Okay, that was a bad joke. Let's see how we get in here. Oh, this is some weird material. I have never. This feels like car insulation stuff. Looks of filtering. Nice. Looks like some filters that has just been used for wrapping stuff. Might be a waste of good filters. And here the struts. And here we have the battery, which I can already see. Very well wrapped for a broken battery. Yes. Oh, what was that? Something fell in here. Oh, okay. He has been in here. He has included the little plug that is hiding one of the screw holes. And I can see he hasn't even tightened up the screws. So he has made it easier for me. Thank you. We'll get the packaging and these filters out of the way. So Jonas saw my video on repairing this. I see he has a bunch of these. This is marked as number 4. Apparently he has many, and this one is not doing too great. So yeah, I should probably try and charge it before I do anything else. I'll just tighten that screw so that doesn't mess with me. These are security torques, so they need a little hole in the middle to go down on top of that one. So that should be far enough. Let's go see if it charges. And Jonas just sent me a perfectly good battery. I hope not. And this is going to be a very short video. Here we are in my hallway where I charge my Ryobi battery. Yes, Ryobi batteries. I have a 4 amp here. I have my own 5 amp hour battery with my name on it. There. Box that can go anywhere. Screwdriver. Yeah, I should clean up here. So, but I have this charger and it works perfectly well for charging batteries. Also have another charger, and that's for the 36 volt batteries, but I switch between them, whatever needs charging. So here is Jonas's battery. It's blinking. So what does the charger do? It double blinks, which means not good. So yeah, okay, it's a longer video. Okay, back in the basement. I usually check the voltage as the first thing. When fixing batteries, it's a really good idea to have a multimeter. This is a very expensive one. It does not need to be expensive at all to do these tasks. We are not looking at the last little itchy bitchy, and if it's off by any big amount, doesn't matter much. But this is way off. This is it's only at 0.02 volts. That is way too low. Okay, so let's go inside. So, let's do a bit of unscrewing. I could do this by hand, but well, years back I took this Black & Decker electric screwdriver, changed it out to be lithium-ion batteries. So I think today we're going to use this to unscrew all the screws in this. Just because we're lazy. So I forget what Jonas said was wrong with this. If it had seen water or something. Maybe it was something about forgetting it out in the rain. We have something here. Doesn't seem too bad. These things comes right out. That's just to keep the battery on the tool. Plastic things. They're on metal springs, so we can actually just leave them in. We just need this metal part out there. And then we'll put this back in place so that I don't forget how to put it back together. That's out of the way. So this thing is the battery. Ryobi has like two kinds of batteries. You can see this one is not tall enough to have two rows of batteries in there. So this one is a smaller one, and you can get these up to 2.5 amp hours, just this thick. I don't know if they have any capacity larger than that. They should have, because these cells can actually be all the way up to about 3.7 amp hours. But well, I have a battery and it's 2.5 amp hours of that size. And then when you need bigger capacity, you get 2 layers of batteries. I see a little bit of corrosion over here, but let's measure this. I see that everything is in parallel. So all these are, this is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. So these 2 batteries are in parallel, these 2 are in parallel, these 2 are in parallel, and these 2 are in parallel, and guess what the last 2 is? Parallel! You win! Do we see? We see 3.9, that's great. 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 Except all the batteries are good, so what's wrong with it? So something else is wrong with this battery. It's not as such the battery voltage that is bad. Something, oh, there's a press button there. That's for the indicator. That's nice. So what else has gone wrong here? So I'm having a bit of a look at it under the microscope, and I can't really see anything bad with this. All the cells are equal. The battery seems fine. I found down here that there is a reset pad here, so you can reset this battery. I did that on my 36-volt battery in Portugal. I was trimming and was using the battery heavily, and suddenly it did something very similar to this, except it was blinking on, that's the other end, it was blinking on all the LEDs and wouldn't charge and wouldn't work. And I short-circuited these 2 pads on that battery and it worked again. So I think we should just try that, see how that goes. So I have a screwdriver here. Let's see if we can short-circuit it from over here where it doesn't get in your way. I'm expecting that it will do something. It did not. So let's try that again. Okay, I short-circuited it and pressed the button. Same error. Weird. Yeah, this is one instance where your dentist shouldn't really recommend you Colgate. Okay, this is getting sophisticated. Apparently not an easy fix, but I found something. this tiny diode here, I am not able to measure a diode voltage on that. When I put my multimeter on there, yeah, you can see my multimeter has seen better days. I really need some new pins for it. I should get that. But I'm not measuring anything. If we zoom out and give you a look at that, and I put the pins on here, not really showing anything. It tries to do something, but then it doesn't do anything. So I'm suspecting it. I have no idea if I'm right. Measuring something like this on a thing that is connected isn't all that accurate, but I did find another one here. And if I measure that one way will be just like we just saw. The other one measures diode 0.6 volts. If we turn it around, wait, and measure the other way, nothing. Turn it around again, and we measure those 6 volts. So I'm gonna try and put that in. Yeah, I took it out. Sorry, the pump is running right now, but yeah, when I measure it outside, it shows me a diode voltage of 0.7, which is probably where it should be at. So yeah, this didn't do any difference. That's too bad. Okay, so for you, we just left this party, but for me it's several weeks later, and I think I'm on to something here, because I was measuring these MOSFETs here, and as these two MOSFETs are exactly the same, not be living up to expectations. So wait, the multimeter, it's set for diode testing, so it has 3 legs. One of the legs are common, so they have connected that to the metal and the heat sink of the MOSFET here. So one of them is this one, and then if we measure this leg, we get 4.44. Sorry, we get 0.449 at the moment. Measure this one, we get exactly the same. That wasn't supposed to happen. So now I get 0, and here I get 0. Okay, back to the drawing board. Remember ever seeing anything behave like this before? So see if I, it's the multimeter is set for diode measuring. So if I do minus up here and plus here, I get a diode reading of 0.48 on both of them. And if I turn it around, put the plus up here, and the minus down here, it's overload. So apparently the diode is good, so it's not letting anything through the other way. If I then put the minus up here again, and let's just measure this again, it's still 4.8. If I then measure this leg, nothing. But if I measure this one again, it goes to 0. So I just opened up for that going through down there. If I measure over here again on the other one, we can see the diode voltage is still that. As soon as I measure the other leg, that goes to 0. So I open the diode or the MOSFET up, and it doesn't go down again. I can do this multiple times and it's still just open. It's really weird. But then if I short the legs out like so, and do it again. Oh, no, I missed. No, I didn't miss. Okay, so now we have the diode voltage again. So yeah, weird as heck. I've never seen that before, but it's probably meant to be like that. I have ordered some new ones though, because I couldn't figure this out. It seemed very dodgy, as if they were broken, because yeah, weird. Okay, so it has been a while since I have been at this project. I left you where I thought these were weird, and I ordered some new ones and they arrived, and well, it's actually been 2 months since the last little bit you saw. And well, these came a month ago, the day before I went away on vacation. So yeah, it's they were next to nothing, but I don't think they are broken. It's the exact same one, and they have kind of a weird thing. So if I measure the diode thing between this one and that one, nothing. So maybe it's the other way around. Oh, it's that one and that one. Yes, there is 5.9 volts between the legs. If I then touch that one, then it's open, nothing. And if I do it again, it's still open. If I then swap them around, I think like that, we have 500, and that's exactly the same as this one does. So, oh, now you can't see it, can you? You can see that. So it does that, and if I touch that one, it opens up 0, nothing. So it does the same thing. So I don't think there's anything wrong with those. Let's just, for the heck of it, replace them now that I have gotten new ones. So let's do that, and then we can say that we did something. We might be able, we should probably get rid of the middle leg, because that is not used. So we'll just do that. There, that is gone. Now we'll take another one, put that right next to it. There. Do the same thing, just cut off the middle leg. Bam. And we have this thing that goes in between them and screws everything nice in place. Then I need to clean up the battery, because where these legs goes down, I didn't clean that up, so there is a lot of solder that needs to be somewhere else. There is a voltage difference between the new and the old ones, so maybe that is a thing. So right here there is a voltage, a diode voltage of about 0.6, and on these there's a little bit less than 0.5. So maybe. Let's see if we can do this. Concentrate. Oh, we don't have hole through this one. So now this thing goes up that way. If I can get it in all the holes. Oh. Okay, we have a little bit of solder on the middle pin there. That is obstructing our penetration. That's not good. There. And we can now put the screws in to hold it in place while we solder it. Okay. I should probably take this one. There, very doubtful that it did any difference. Let's see. Press the button. Nope, just blinks as it usually does. So I don't think we fixed anything at all, unfortunately. I think this is where I'm gonna have to leave it. I can't figure out what's wrong with this thing. The last thing I tried, I didn't record it, was this temperature sensor, and it's mounted up here, and there was like a just remove this red wire a little bit. There was like some glue on top of that or something to protect it, and I couldn't get a measurement of that. I thought, oh, if that temperature sensor is disconnected, it might shut down the whole battery. And I removed that glue, and with big difficulty I did measure that it actually worked, and I could put my fingers on it and I could measure that the ohms changed with the temperature, so that is probably perfectly well. So that was a shame. That would have been an awesome fix, but other than that I'm totally the positive wire comes in here from the batteries down here, it goes up here, and it goes directly from this pad and over to this pad, which goes up to the tools. It's the negative wire that comes in over here from the battery, goes up to this pad here, and then it goes out to these MOSFETs here, and then it goes over to the black wire, and then it goes up to the leads this way. But that is disconnected, so there is not a negative connection. So these MOSFETs, which are being controlled by this circuitry in here, is not being controlled by that circuitry in there. So it might be one of those tiny little transistors there, or it might be something completely different. Who knows? It could be any one of those, and there's a lot. And they're different. Some of them are diodes. This D9, that's a diode. Q4 is a transistor. Q3 is a transistor. Q5 is a transistor. D1 is a diode. Yeah. So for the time being, we're gonna have to say failure on this one, because I haven't been able to figure out what's wrong with it. And if anyone knows what to how to read this, you can see if I press it, it just blinks on the first green LED and nothing happens after that. So yeah, do leave in the comments if you have any great suggestions. I'll put it a bit back together and then I'll keep it. It might be spare parts for another one, or maybe someone has a good suggestion on how to fix this. All the cells are perfectly fine. They have a good charge. So if nothing else, the cells might be able to be used for another battery at another time and place. So I'm sorry that I wasn't able to fix this, but could you please give the video a like in the thinky thing, we did what we could. We might get it another time. So if you like it, let's see if you like me to. Well, never mind. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.